So, good day everyone. My name is Ely Ebale Jr. and let's continue our discussion for this topic. Let's share my screen to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay. So we're talking about emotional behavioral disorder. Well, we're going to discuss about this behavioral and emotional disorder. We can encounter these words and these words. So those words are we're going to explain it later on. So emotional behavioral disorder. It has no exact definition since it is difficult to measure the emotions and behavior, and it is determining what behavior is acceptable and what is not vary across different culture. So there are terms that can be described as emotional behavioral disorder. We have emotionally disturbed, emotionally conflicted, socially handicapped, and socially impaired. Yung emotionally disturbed, it is inability to learn that cannot be explained by intellectual, sensory, or health factors. And also we have emotionally conflicted, that is disharmony between incompatible intense emotions such as love and hate, or the desire for success and fear of failure that causes distress to the individual. So also we have socially handicapped. Socially handicapped children are trance, incredibles, and behavior problems and delinquents, and often have their difficulties increased by dependency and neglect. Ito yung mga children who have who is socially handicapped, na may silang kapansanan na makipag-interact through their social o hindi sila makipag-interact o meron silang mga kapansanan sa pakikipag-interaction nila socially or socially. So we have their behavior problems, difficulties increased by dependency and neglect, yun mga example that. So we have socially impaired. So socially impaired, it is of course when individuals act in a less positive way or perform worse when they are around to others. Ito yung mga impaired, socially impaired nila. So we have finished that discussed by our previous reporter. So we're not going to discuss that. So we have externalizing behavior and externalizing behavior. So it is both the external and internalizing behavior is both opposite. Kasi nga, when is externalizing, the examples of that is aggressiveness, temper tantrums, acting out, non-compliance behavior, inappropriate, and etc. or fighting, bullying. Those words are observable. Pag sinabi naman internalizing, hindi natin siya ma-observe unless hindi siya magpapakita ng actions na depressed siya, na ano siya, poor coping skills, yung lack of interest in different activities, unless na magpapakita siya ng mga actions na makakapag-define sa atin, or we can determine that he or she is experiencing depressions, and that is internalizing. Pero pag sinabi natin internalizing, hindi natin siya ma-observe kasi sa loob lang siya o damdamin lang siya. So you have types of behaviors. We have disruptive behavior. It is a presence of persistent patterns of negative, defiance, and or rule-breaking behaviors. Ito yung mga persons will have the disorder na nagbini-break nila yung mga rules. And also social and academic or familial, sa mga family or personal functioning. We have also two types of DVD. We have, according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder, DSM-4 2000, we have a positional defined disorder. When we say positional defined disorder, it persists from 6 months to 18 years old and below. So it is more intense and serious compared to other children of the same age. So we have also signs of symptoms, so often loss of tempers, especially argued with adults. Kasi nga, when you say na more intense and serious compared to other children, mas intense sila doon sa mga mataas na edad sa kanila compared to the same ages, sa mga mas matatanda. So that is level 3, often touches easily annoyed, yung mga ganon. So has low perceptions of tolerance, mga ganon. So conduct disorder. So when you say conduct disorder, it is the behavior causes impairments in social, academic, or occupational functions. So yung conduct disorder is caused by the impairments or behavioral causes by the impairments. So we have also conduct disorder. So there are three types of onset. We have childhood onset, adolescent onset, and specified onset. And we have also three types of severity. When we say mild, it is minor lang siya. Minor harm to others. When we say moderate, pataas na siya. Meron niya siyang sakit o yung hindi meron sakit. Meron na siyang talagang na siya, masakit na siya sa damdamin ng iba. Makaka-harm ka na ng others, increasingly pataas ng pataas hanggang sa naging grabe na talaga yung harm na makakos mo to others. We have three categories also. We have solitary aggressive type, and group type, and undifferentiated type. When we say solitary aggressive type, towards your peers and adult, and when we say group type, it is act with peers lang siya. Kapag sinabi na undifferentiated, not classified in either above of their age or about of their types. So we have also signs and symptoms. We have aggressions to people and animals. Talagang bully sila. They threaten. They initiate to physical fight. And the worst thing is forces someone to sexual activity. And also we have destructions of property. From the word destructions of property, it engaged in a fire setting wherein with the intentions of causing serious damage. Ito yung mga tao na nag-engage sila into a fire setting, which is ang intention nila is magkukos sila ng serious damage doon sa property or destroying properties. O hindi sila they are impatient, so cannot wait for his own turn. Yun yung mga tinatawag na conduct disorder. Pag sinabi na nating serious violations of rules, ito na yung mga tinatawag na lumalabag na tayo sa mga seryosong mga violations of rules. For example, bawal lumabas ng gabi. Bawal kasi curfew, di ba? Yun yung mga tinatawag na serious violations of rules. Kasi may mga persons who have disorder na ganun din yung tawag sa kanila. Nang mas gusto nila, mas prefer nila na doon sila sa labas. Lumalabas sila ng gabi, wala silang paalam, hindi sila umuwi ng bahay, ganon. Yung meron tinatawag na disorder din ganon. So we have also types of emotional disorder. So when we say personality disorder, it is the power or developed by children to gain control over their parents, teachers, and other significant adults by resisting them. So nagre-resist sila by mean of their faces. It is opposite to aggression, kasi kapag sinabi nating aggression, they act or they make an actions that can harm to others. Pero ito by mean of their faces lang, pinapakita nila na masama yung loob nila. For example, ayon siyang bilihin ng magulang nila ng mga ng lollipop, for example lang, na nagpapakita sila by mean of their faces na naiinis sila o nagagalit sila sa mga parents nila. So they express their aggressions by mean of their faces. So according to Simon Whitson of Psychology Today in 2014, passive-aggressive behavior range from different labels. So we have temporarily compliance. When we say temporarily compliance, from the word temporary, so it usually goes unnoticed. Hindi siya unnoticed siya. Ito yung mga tinatawag na nagpo-follow siya ng mga requests or needs. Pero later on, in reality, nagre-resist sila by claiming na na-forgot nila na meron silang responsibilidad. Yung tinatawag na temporarily compliance. And we have also intentional inefficiency. So pag sinabi natin intentional inefficiency, the persons will do the work, but he will do not it in a substandard way or being inefficient by purpose. So ginagawa nila pero by they will not do the work by means na nagpa-follow sila ng substandard way. Yung tinatawag. Letting the problem escalate. So tinatawag na pinapabayaan lang sila. Pinapabayaan nila ng problema, kahit na may problema, pinapabayaan nila. They will not make an actions just to solve the problems. Pinapabayaan lang nila. Yung tinatawag na letting the problems escalate. Yun yung tinatawag na passive-aggressive personality disorder. Yung mga symptoms nila. Ito yan. So we have conscious revenge also. The person plans and act out deliberately to get back at someone. Also self-depreciation. We have the persons will resort to self-destructions just to get revenge, for instance, shaving the head of just before the graduations. Antisocial personality disorder characterized by aggressive behavior against sibling peers, parents, teachers, and another adults. It is associated to, ito yung associated din ito yung mga drugs and alcohol abuse. May ng aggressions tulad ng pagnanakaw, vandalism, destructions of property, fire setting, di ba? Makikita natin sa mga daan, sa mga kalsada o sa mga kalye, di ba? Now, we have many paintings or vandalisms na ginagawa ng mga tao. Yun yung tinatawag, yun yung din yung example ng antisocial personality disorder. And we have also anxiety disorder. When we say separations anxiety disorder, it is due to the separations. Nagka-create ng anxiety yung isang estudyante o yung childhood o yung mga child o yung mga childrens na nag-create sila ng significant anxiety due to the separations of their parents. For example, na nilalagay niyo yung mga childrens ninyo sa mga school at their first day of school, siyempre mababag, o yung tinatawag na they feel mabaguhan, o yung tinatawag na mafe-feel sila ng anxiety due to the separation of their parents kasi nasanay sila na merong parents sila, but in school wala. They both separate. At also, remember that but if the disturbance continue after 4 weeks indicates that there are some problems that should be addressed immediately. Kapag maabot siya ng 4 weeks, meron talagang problema sa bata na kailangang ma-solve immediately. We have also signs and symptoms. We have extreme anxiety associated with separation from home or attachment figure. Kunyari, sa bahay nila, na homesick sila kasi nga a house and a classroom is both different. Kasi nga, pag sinabi natin classroom, although meron siyang CR, meron din sa bahay. Pero sa bahay kasi, you can makaka-play ka sa bahay nyo or makakalabas ka sa bahay nyo, pero sa paralan hindi, 'di ba? Yun yung tinatawag na extreme anxiety associated from home or attachment figure. Nafe-feel sila ng separation anxiety. So avoidant disorder, nag-a-avoid sila ng mga tao or persons who knew for their faces or unfamiliar peer sa kanila, yung bago pa lang sa kanila, they avoid to talk. They fear to talk just to being criticized or shame or ridiculed. Kasi takot sila na makriticize sila. We have also signs and symptoms, avoids inactivity that involves interpersonal contact for fear of disapproval and rejections. Yun nga tinatawag. Selective mutism. It is a conditions that characterized by refusal of the persons to talk for a long period of time even if he knows that to speak and cannot understand. Alam niya magsalita pero hindi siya kumakausap kasi nga ayaw niya. Yun yung tinatawag na selective mutism. Even though na alam niya kung ano yung sinasabi ng kausap niya pero hindi siya sumasagot. Yung tinatawag na selective mutism. Elimination disorder, yung incorporeces, yung according to the Mayo Clinic, it is called stool holding swallowing is the repetitive voluntary or involuntary passage of feces. We have also uresis. This is a conditions often associated with children who are heavy sleeper. Ito yung matawag na matulogin, tapos hindi sila nakagising kahit napuno yung bladder nila, hindi sila nakakagising. Kaya nga, umiihi na lang sila sa mga bed nila. So, yung tinatawag na enuresis. So, this is usually diagnosed at 5, which is na meron ng mga bladder yung mga yung children's. So, we have also eating disorder, yung mga takot, yung anorexia nervosa, takot siyang tumaba. Meron tayong bulimia, nervosa. Similar lang siya doon sa sa anorexia nervosa, wherein the person ayaw niyang tumaba. Pero dito, yung condition niya is meron ding sometimes, merong episodes or merong times na mabilis o malakas siyang kumain or they eat a huge amount of food pero takot siya na tumaba siya. Yun yung tinatawag na bulimia nervosa. So we have the last one, mood disorder. So we have dysthymic disorder. So this is the persistent feelings of depressions or irritable mood for most of the day for the period of 1 year. The persons may experience fatigue, low self-esteem, poor concentration, hopelessness, poor appetite, or overeating, and insomnia or hypersomnia. So that's would be for this report. So thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something. God bless.